Hi viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel Pathshala Education Trust. So I have shared my screen now. So today I am going to tell about a story named King VIKRAMARKA and BETAL. So this story is all about King VIKRAMARKA and BETAL. So let's go into the class now and see what's happened in the throne, and it is all about the role play. So here I am only the single one to do the role play. So I'll do the two things, like whatever the King VIKRAMARKA says and Holy Sage. All these three will be said by me only. Okay. So yeah. So one second, I lost my page. Let me find it for you. So I have to close this. Okay, two papers have been opened, so I'm just closing them. Yeah, this is the page. Yeah, so this is the lesson name. So let's continue now. Long ago there lived a king who was very prominent for his courage, wisdom and compassion. His name was VIKRAMARKA. One day a holy man came to him. King Vikram came down from his throne and received him. So this is all about the story about VIKRAMARKA, who is a very prominent and wisdom and compassionate king. He is very good. So his name was King VIKRAMARKA. And one day what happened? A holy man came to his throne. So that King VIKRAMARKA came down from the throne and he received him. Okay. So to his palace, one of the holy man came, and by seeing the man, he has the chair. The King VIKRAMARKA sitting is called as a throne. Okay. So from there he came down to receive the holy man. Okay. Here we have a role play, like King VIKRAMARKA, holy sage, will be speaking. So King VIKRAMARKA, what can I do for you, sir? Like king was saying, like, what can I do for you? Then the holy sage saying, like, oh king, I need help from you. Please don't refuse it. You are the only person who could help me. So when the king was asking, like, what can I do, then the holy sage was replying, like, sir, I need a help from you. Oh king, I need a help from you. So don't refuse my help. When he is asking help to king, so he was also saying that don't refuse, saying that you won't help me. I need your help. You are the only person who can help me. So then King VIKRAMARKA is like, I shall help you. What should I do? So I'll definitely help you, but what can I do for you? What should I do for you? Then holy sage is replying, please come and meet me at the graveyard outside the city on the nights of new moon day. That day I will let you know what I want. So the holy sage was saying, like, please king, please meet me at the graveyard. Graveyard is a place where, when people die, we bury them there, right? So that is called graveyard. Okay, so that will be outside the city. So on a full moon day, he was asking, the holy sage was asking to VIKRAMARKA, please, on a full moon day, you have to come and see me, come and meet me at the graveyard. So I'll tell you what happened at that time. I'll tell you. The night of new moon day comes and King Vikram goes to the graveyard. So the day has come, the new moon day has come, and King VIKRAMARKA, as he promised that he'll come, so he went to the graveyard. Okay. So Vikram, now the king was saying, what are these terrifying sounds? Howling of a jackal. Where is the holy sage? So as soon as he entered to the graveyard, King VIKRAMARKA, he heard a terrifying sounds, like, in some films they'll be showing you at the graveyard, you will be able to listen some noises, like different type of sounds, like jackal, nakka. So jackal sounds in a different way, like ooh, like that, right? So all these sounds were being heard, but he is unable to see the holy sage. So as soon as he entered the graveyard, he met the sage. So when king entered the graveyard, then he has seen the sage. Okay, so sage is saying like, king, thank you for coming. Now listen, on an ancient tree in the forest beyond the graveyard, you will find a crossbeam hanging topsy-turvy. I want you to bring it to me. So what happened? Now the sage is saying to Vikramarka, thank you for coming. As he said that he has to come and meet. So King Vikramarka came. So for that he is thanking him. And then what happened? He is saying, now listen to me, Vikramarka king. So you have to grow beyond the graveyard. So graveyard, beyond the graveyard, there is an ancient tree. So that is very big tree. Okay, so he there he find a crossbeam hanging. Crossbeam is like, in Telugu like ఆత్మ అంటారు కదా అలాగా. సో అది తలక్రిందులుగా వేలాడిపోయి ఉంటుంది. సో హ్యాంగింగ్ టాప్సీ ట్రీ అండ్ వాంటెడ్ టు బ్రింగ్ ఇట్ టు మీ. సో ద సేజ్ ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్ లైక్ గో దేర్ అండ్ బ్రింగ్ దట్ టు మీ. ఓకే, బ్రింగ్ దట్ టు మీ. So King Vikramarka readily agreed and set off to the forest. So he said like, okay, he said like, King Vikrama said, okay, I'll do it. Then he was ready and he was going. So what happened, let us see. It's a very interesting story, right? So King Vikramarka says, what a strange request. How? So it's a strange request. Like nobody asked such things, but holy sage asked Vikramarka. It's a strange thing, right? This is a tree and here is this crossbeam. King Vikramarka pulls down the crossbeam and hangs it on his shoulder. So on the tree it was sitting, right? So he was just pulling it down. So what happened? All of a sudden it came and it sits on his shoulder, on Vikramarka's shoulder. Okay, on King's shoulder it sits. Okay, now what happened? Vikramarka, this is not ordinary dead body, but an evil spirit. So that is not an ordinary dead body, that is an evil spirit. So I should hold it tightly, otherwise it would go away. Who are you, spirit? So what happened? Now when when Vikramarka pulled it, it came and it sat on his shoulder. And now Vikramarka is thinking that that's a evil spirit, so I should hang it tightly, I should hold it tightly, or else it will go away. So he was like handling it tightly. So he was asking, Vikramarka was asking like, who are you, spirit? To that dead body he was asking. So now Betala, okay, the body who is sitting on the Vikramarka's shoulder is a Betal. Okay, so I am Betal, and as you are taking me somewhere, I shall tell you a story to pass away the time. But remember, O king, you are not allowed to utter even a word. If you do so, I will then go back to their tree where you found me. So what happened? King, I know that you are taking somewhere. The Betala is saying like, king, I think you are taking me to somewhere. So I'll tell a story to pass out of the time. Like he has to walk for long distance, right? So to while we are walking, let us have a story in between. But only thinking that when I was telling the story, you should not utter a word. Like in between, he should not, Vikramarka should not talk anything. If at all he talks, then again I'll jump from here to my own place where you found me. I'll go there. The Vikramarka said to Betal is saying to the Vikramarka. So the King Vikramarka immediately nodded his head and walked away with a strange companion. Okay, so listening these words, King Vikramarka nodded in the sense like he just waved his head. Okay, so then they were walking. I mean, King Vikramarka is walking and the Betal is on the shoulders. Okay, so what happened? Now Betal started saying the story. So let us listen to the story. The story I would tell you is about a poor woodcutter. Okay, so the story, whatever the story is going to be said by the Betal is about the poor woodcutter. The holy man had foretold the woodcutter that no matter how harder he worked, he would remain poor, and if he becomes rich, he would die immediately. So the holy man said, foretold, like before itself, to the woodcutter, like, no matter how much you work, how much hard work you do, you will remain only poor. If at all you become rich, you will die immediately. So these are the words said to the woodcutter from a holy for a like who will be saying before itself, you know, foretold her. Okay. Then hearing this, the woodcutter was disappointed. So listening all these, the woodcutter got disappointed. You see, however he works, he'll be remaining poor itself. No matter he'll become rich. If at all he becomes rich, he'll die. So after listening this from the foretold, the woodcutter was really disappointed. So one day what happened? One day, as he was cutting the wood in the nearby forest, he found a magnificent treasure of gold. Then the woodcutter thought the sage was true, but let me take the gold to help the poor villagers. So he helped the poor villagers and lived 100 years. This is the end of the story. So what happened? One day what happened, he went to the forest, and while he is cutting the wood, he has seen a magnificent treasure, in the sense like a lot of treasure like gold. Okay. So after however he have seen the gold, but the thought has been there in his mind, like the whole sage said him that if at all you take the gold, you become rich, you'll die. So what he said, what he thought, like woodcutter, he'll definitely help the poor villagers. So he took the gold, but he helped the poor villagers. After helping the poor villagers, he lived for 100 years. So this is the end of the story said by the Betal to the Vikramarka. Okay, King Vikramarka. So now king, oh king, now I want you to answer a question, and if you don't answer it, your head will break into millions of pieces. I want you to tell, why did the woodcutter not die even after he found the gold and took it home? So Vikramarka, now Betal is saying like, oh king, so you have listened the story. Now I'll ask you a question. So my question is like, as a sage said that he will die after becoming taking gold, you will become, I mean, why did the woodcutter did not die if even after he found the gold? Like after taking gold he has to die, right? But he has not died. Why? If you don't tell, oh king, if you don't tell the answer, your head will break into millions of pieces. Okay, your head will break into millions of pieces. So then now what happened, if you don't tell, your head will become into 1,000 pieces, millions of pieces, and I want you to tell the question, I want to tell you the answer. Now see what happens. So Vikramarka said, oh Betal, the woodcutter was not a selfish man. As he did not take away all the gold, all the money he found, he spent the money by helping the poor villagers. So whatever the holy man foretold has come true. See, he had a lot of money, but he was not all rich. His unselfishness made him live rip old years. So king said like, yeah, because though he has a gold, though he has a money, he was not rich, but he was spending those money for the poor. So he never become a rich. So that is the reason that he is very unselfishnessly he helped to others, and he lived for some years, like some 100 years. Then Betal said like, oh king, I am keeping up my word. Ush, I am going back to my tree. Come and catch me again. So see, before starting the lesson itself, what did the Betal said, like, you should not utter a word in the sense like you should not speak to me until whatever it is, like if they have started in between forest to get the time pass, Betal was saying the story. But see, clever Betal, what he did, he made king to talk in between, and he said like, you talked now, so I am going away to my place where you found. Then he said, ush, he left him. Okay, so this is what about the story of Vikramarka. That was nice, right? Very good story, King Vikramarka and Betal. Very, very good. So here in the page number 17 we find say the right way, listening and speaking. It is a role play. Okay, so this section is all about the role play. Very nice story. Let us see it. Okay, so here we have two characters, that is not two, more than two. Okay, yeah, Rohit, Ganesh, Navya and his dad, Ganesh dad. Okay, so we have four characters here. I'll play it now. So Rohit, hello Ganesh. Ganesh, hi Rohit. Rohit, very nice to meet you here. Ganesh, yes, I am going to circus with my father. Pointing, this is my father. Rohit, hello uncle. Ganesh, dad, he is my friend. Rohit, dad, hello, are you also going somewhere? Rohit, Yes, uncle, we are going to zoo. Meet my cousin Navya. Okay. Ganesh and his dad. Hello, Navya. Rohit. Navya is he is Ganesh and that is his dad. Navya. Hello, uncle. Hello, Ganesh. Dad. The driver is in the bus. Ganesh, let's go on. We may miss it. Ganesh. Yes, dad. Pleased to meet you, Navya. Rohit and Navya. Bye bye. So this is all about the role play. If we have some two persons, then we really make it very good. I hope you'll also do it with sitting grouply. Create your own role play and do it. Okay. So stress the right way. Here we have compassion, crosby, magnificent, prominent, disappoint, refuse, companion, howl. So these are the stress the right way. The three letters in compassion is like COM is given in the capital. Please do stress those words so that you will get the correct pronunciation. Compassion. Okay. Compassion, crosby, magnificent, prominent, disappoint, refuse, companion, howl. So these are the way. And down we also have some meanings for the in the lesson. What is meant by crosby? It's a dead body. And topsy-turvy is upside down. Graveyard is a burial ground. Compassion is pity. Magnificent is very rich. That is the meaning of these things. Yeah, I think I'm just finished. But before closing this lesson, I would also say one riddle. So the riddle is I will see your comments down. I don't want to tell you the riddle answer, but I'll just give you the riddle. So just if you know the answer, please do comment down what is the answer. Okay. I'll also see whether I'm getting correct or not. If at all I get the correct answer, then I'll definitely give you the reply. So this is the riddle. Very easy. I'm always move around the sun, but it does not care me. Okay, I always move around the sun, but it does not care me. Though I am smaller than the sun, many people live on me. For them, I give shelter. So who am I? Can anyone guess? If at all you guess, please do comment down what is the answer. I'll definitely give reply to those who gave me the correct answer. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe my channel. If you are new, please do hit bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Please to share to your friends, family members.